Again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the annual Marion County Chamber of Commerce Awards Banquet. Each year, the Marion County Chamber of Commerce recognizes individuals who make a significant contribution to our community in their particular fields. Tonight, we salute 7 individuals whose names were submitted by their friends, family, and/or co-workers for their outstanding works. The Lebanon Main Street Appreciation Award is presented annually to a business that operates or is active in the management of a downtown business. The business must show pride in appearance and be a major contributor to the vitality of the downtown area. To present this year's award is the new Executive Director of the Marion County Industrial Foundation. Please welcome Pat Ford.
And Greg, you're even taller than me. A little humbling. So tonight's award is going to an individual, and this individual I'll have to preface with the fact that I'm new to the community. My wife, Alicia, say hi, Alicia. This is my wife. I've only been here 4 months, but I'm very familiar with Main Street. And what I like about the Main Street program and the recipient of this award is Main Street is about creating spaces. It's about placemaking. It's about experiences. And if you happen to follow us on Facebook, this individual's building probably shows up once a week because he's done something unique with his building that makes it unique. It makes people stop. It says a story about our community, and it makes us want to explore more. And Main Street is also about participating. It's about showing up. And this particular individual does a lot for this community. I would call it somewhat philanthropic in what he does for getting coats for people in need in the community, volunteering tonight, and a lot of other programs and civic organizations in this community. So please welcome and express your appreciation and congratulations to Mr. David Weinbrenner. He did not know he was going to get this award, so he's probably back there working. Kathy, good job in not telling him. Is he back there? They're all pointing like he has to come out. You know what, David, I just said a bunch of cool stuff about you.
I was in the back.
And you were...
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're not in trouble. All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is the most expensive piece of plexiglass that I've ever had in my life. So I want to thank, as a former chamber president, all of the great chamber members and contractors who helped us on the project. 95% of everything we did was chamber contractors. And that was really neat to be able to have that many folks to come and to be able to help us with the project. So thank you for, we can do business at home. There's no reason to go anyplace else. And so thank you very much.
The President's Award is presented annually to a local person, group, or business that shows extraordinary service to our community. The award winner is chosen by the President And to make this year's presentation is your Chamber President of 2019, Christina McRae.
Thank you. As you know, we are blessed to live in a community full of giving and gracious citizens. Many I have the privilege of calling friends and family. So when it came time to choose the recipient of my President's Award, it was not an easy decision. I have the honor and pure pleasure of working with many civic and local groups. So choosing one group to honor was extremely difficult. So this year, I decided to make my award personal. Let me tell you a little story. Last March, my brother Chad and his new bride Caitlin came to the house with some news. I was going to be an aunt again. We were welcoming a new baby to the family. Our sweet baby C, as he was so affectionately called for so long, was due in September. Around May, though, baby C developed some complications. His care team in Lebanon, including Jennifer Sievett, his wonderful nurse practitioner, immediately transferred his care to Louisville, who then transferred his care to a remarkable care team at Cincinnati Children's. With only a 10 to 20% chance to survive, baby C underwent life-saving, life-giving surgery in utero at 26 weeks. And it was successful, raising his chance at that point to 60 to 70%. Unfortunately, our baby wasn't out of the woods, not even close. Twice weekly visits to Cincinnati were the norm for both mommy and baby daddy this summer. They spent all summer traveling to Cincinnati. There was a plan in place for Chad and Caitlin and baby C to eventually relocate prior to his delivery so that they could have a plan in place ready to go. Our sweet baby C, who would eventually become Callum Murphy Mattingly, had a different plan, however, because he's a Mattingly, it's what we do. On August the 7th, a full 5 weeks prior, Callum decided it was time. Remember, Callum was supposed to deliver in Cincinnati, where his high-risk team would be ready. So when Caitlin started having light contractions, early that morning, Chad, Dr. Chad as we call him, immediately went into notifying every hospital between Lebanon and Cincinnati that there might be an emergency stop. And when I say every hospital, I'm not kidding, okay? However, Chad and Caitlin had to put first things first. Big brother Keaton had his first day of kindergarten on August the 7th. So we had to make a stop there first so that he could get off on a good note for his first day of school. After that, they immediately started their trip to Cincinnati. About 40 minutes into the trip, it was evident that Callum would not wait until Cincinnati. So Dr. Chad made the decision to turn the vehicle around and come back to our Springview. Chad and Caitlin were met at the door by an angel named Marilyn. Nurse Marilyn was ready for Caitlin. Since Chad had given the hospital a heads up earlier in the morning, the team at Springview was ready and waiting. Within minutes of arrival at the hospital, 60 to be exact, Callum was ready for delivery. Dr. Ackerman was there and successfully delivered my new nephew just after 10 a.m. Due to his complications and medical needs, Callum wasn't breathing on his own and was in dire circumstances. From that moment on, the crew at Springview went into high gear, all hands on deck. Dr. DeFranco immediately took over, along with the entire OB team. Angela from anesthesia placed a life-saving breathing tube. For the next 3 hours, the respiratory therapists, Anthony and Mark, hand-bagged our baby Callum to help him breathe. Nursery nurses Connie and Erica assisted with the insertion of a chest tube to drain fluid from Callum's lungs. Pharmacists Debbie and Teresa helped calculate the teeny tiny dosages needed of medications required to save Callum. Radiology techs Lori and Brittany took x-rays to make sure that Callum's breathing tube and chest tubes were in the right place. OB Director Samantha called the Cincinnati Children's Transport Team and kept the family informed about Callum's condition. She was our angel that day. It was a surreal moment watching this team work so hard to save our baby. They didn't miss a beat. The nurses, doctors, and support staff at Springview Hospital literally saved my nephew that day, August the 7th. It was after 1 o'clock that afternoon when the baby buggy, as it's technically called, the baby buggy helicopter arrived from Cincinnati Children's to whisk Callum off to his team waiting in the neonatal intensive care unit at Cincinnati Children's. Our sweet Callum would have never been given the chance to take his first helicopter ride if it wasn't for the amazing team of healthcare professionals at Springview that day. Our sweet Callum is still in Cincinnati Children's to this day, more than 5 months later. He is still hanging in there and making progress every single day. If it wasn't for the experience and the dedication of our local hospital, Callum would not have had a chance to prove to everyone how strong he really is. Callum's crew, as I like to call them, Callum's crew, continues to ask about him every time we see him, as well as many of you in this community truly care about our baby. We anxiously await the day, that Callum gets to come home and meet the team that saved him on August the 7th. What a sweet, sweet day that will be for all of us. And it's coming. Our baby will be coming home. We don't know when, but he will. It is my absolute pleasure, honor, privilege to present this year's President's Award to Callum's crew at Springview Hospital. Please come forward to accept your award.
Good thing Christina and I are about the same height. So on behalf of this amazing team that stands behind me, I have the honor of accepting the President's Award for Callum's crew. My name is Samantha Port, and I'm the Director of the Women's Center and Quality at Springview Hospital. I would like to take a minute to recognize our providers for their leadership during Caitlin's delivery and Callum's resuscitation and transfer. Dr. Mark Ackerman, obstetrician. Dr. Paul DeFranco, our neonatologist. And Angela Greenwell from anesthesia, who placed his breathing tube that day. If you were to ask any individual standing here about their part in saving Callum's life, they would simply respond that they were simply doing their job. However, like Callum's story, we have the privilege to make a difference in our patient lives every single day. So, Christina, thank you for the honor of the President's Award as we carry out Springview's mission to make our communities healthier.
And thank you for humoring me with my story today. Thank you so much.